I swear, if Ryan makes me record one more voiceover about a damn boomerang coaster, I'm gonna throw myself into a jet engine and pray it renders me unrecognizable enough to avoid thumbnails.
Didn't you just narrate a 10-minute love letter to a coaster that looks like it was built with spare bike parts?
Exactly. I need a break. I need culture, sophistication, drunk animatronics, and fake countries run by dropout theater majors.
So, naturally, you're dragging us to Florida and Ecpot.
Hell yes. It's like traveling the world, but with more churros, fewer rules, and at least one offensive stereotype per country. It's everything wrong with global education in one overpriced park ticket.
Didn't this place get shut down for putting a sombrero on the Pope?
Allegedly. That case was dismissed. Now it's back, baby. Cheaper, trashier, and probably a war crime.
Now boarding flight 666 to Ecpot International. Please have your emotional baggage and cultural insensitivity ready.
So this is your idea of a vacation?
This is my idea of therapy. And if I don't get drunk in fake Morocco by noon, I'm filing a class action lawsuit against my own mental health. Why do all budget flights smell like farts and old Subway bread?
Because that is the in-flight meal.
Gato, the stewardess handed me a turkey wrap that looked like it lost a knife fight with a diaper.
I asked for a vegetarian option. They gave me a wet napkin and said, chew slowly.
Classy. Last time I flew this airline, I got lice from the seatbelt.
You sure it was the seatbelt? You've got rest stop energy.
Bite me, Whiskers. I've been working non-stop. Ryan's got me cranking out coaster dive episodes like a sweatshop elf with caffeine withdrawal.
Didn't he make you praise a boomerang coaster in Ohio?
He called it underappreciated. I call it the coaster equivalent of a cold sore.
So this trip is like therapy?
Exactly. Booze, fake culture, and offensive animatronics. I'm gonna get so drunk in fake Germany I forget my real name.
Just don't puke on the pilot again.
That was one time. And technically, it was Turbulence, Fireball, and Taco Bell.
You smell like you bought cologne at a pawn shop.
Thanks. It's called My Third Divorce. Got it half off and half traumatized. Well, here we are, Ecpot, where dreams come to die slowly in 95-degree heat and $14 churros.
Is that Tricky Mouse over there?
Yeah, and if Tricky Mouse touches me with those four-fingered gloves, I'm going to commit a felony on federal property.
He waved at a baby and the kid started crying. Honestly, same.
You know what really kills me? We have to call him Tricky Mouse, like we're fooling anyone. Oh no. This is totally different. This one's got a crooked eye and a restraining order.
And don't forget Neptune Dog, with no relation to a planet whatsoever. Just a depressed mutt in a fursuit that smells like beef jerky and unpaid child support.
Bro looks like he's one heat stroke away from throwing paws in the fountain. How the hell is this $179 now? When I was a kid, it was $90 and still smelled like hot pavement and regret.
That's because inflation comes with a side of pretzel cheese and a moral crisis.
Honestly, I don't even know where to start. Fake France? Bootleg Japan? The cultural representation here is so lazy, it might as well have a podcast.
Let's hit Mexico first. If I don't get a watered-down margarita served by a confused college student in a sombrero, I'll riot.
Perfect. Let's drink, insult some animatronics, and try not to get sued by the company that rhymes with Disney. Welcome to Fake Mexico, where the tequila is warm, the facts are wrong, and I'm 3 shots away from dancing with a churro cart.
I just paid $18 for a shot that tasted like windshield wiper fluid and regret.
That's how you know it's authentic. Nothing says culture like fermented pain in a souvenir cup. Look at this walking punchline. These white people think carnitas is a dance move.
One of them just asked the bartender if jalapeno was Spanish for guacamole.
Ever wonder why this country doesn't have an Olympic team?
Because those who can run, jump, and swim well are already in the USA.
We are one poorly timed salsa joke away from an international incident. Jesus, that one had chunks in it. Was that A worm or someone's toenail?
It's called El Diablo Especial, translates to hospital bill not included.
I love this place. It's like spring break and a cultural misunderstanding had a baby, then dropped it on its head.
I asked where the restroom was and the employee handed me a bucket and said, "Do your worst."
All right. I've had enough shots to start speaking Spanish I don't know. Let's go scream Arriba at the gift shop mannequins and get kicked out.
You already did that. One of them was a security guard.
Oh, well, fuck him and his fake mustache. Why does this whole pavilion smell like incense, soy sauce, and unspoken family trauma?
Because you're drunk and projecting. That's not culture, that's your liver screaming in Japanese.
This sake tastes like if rubbing alcohol got a liberal arts degree.
You've taken 4 shots and tried to bow at a vending machine. Maybe pace yourself.
I'm trying to be respectful. Isn't that what spiritual awakening feels like? Dizzy, sweaty, and slightly racist?
No, that's just you in general.
I don't trust this place. Any country that can make raw fish look classy is hiding something.
Says the guy who once ate gas station sushi in the back of a rideshare.
It was a Lift XL. I had legroom and dysentery.
You're the only person I know who can make a kimono look like a court summons.
It's called blending fashion with failure. It's bold, it's brave, it's very anime protagonist with no arc.
You're one more shot away from thinking you're a samurai and challenging a trash can to a duel.
If that trash can dishonors my ancestors again, it's on site.
You don't have ancestors. You have bad decisions with surnames.
Whatever. I'm spiritually aligned now. I pissed behind a bonsai tree and screamed Zen.
Yeah? Well, the tree called security. Even it's tired of your bullshit.
What sucks about breaking up with a Japanese lady?
You have to drop the bomb on them twice to get it.
Okay, that's enough sake. Why does this whole place look like a beer commercial that married its cousin?
Because we're in fake Bavaria, where everything's made of sausage, wood, and denial.
I asked for directions and got handed a pretzel and a pamphlet about clocks.
That's what passes for customer service here. Also, I think the mustard gave me PTSD.
You ever look into a stein of beer so deep you see your own bad choices staring back?
Only every time I hang out with you.
Why did Hitler commit suicide?
He got the gas bill.
This beer is so strong I forgot how to pronounce my own name halfway through the 3rd sip.
You just introduced yourself as Ferris. Please never do that again.
I meant Ferris. Ferris with a PH. That's not even... Never mind.
At this point, you're one schnitzel away from blacking out and thinking you invented polka.
I did invent polka in a past life. While fleeing a failed hot dog stand,
You're the only guy who could culturally offend a bratwurst.
it looked at me funny, and I stand by my actions.
You also tried to tip the accordion statue, which wasn't moving.
That's just good manners. I respect street art.
You're not cultured. You're just drunk in a building painted like a cuckoo clock.
Exactly. And I feel seen. Let's get more beer before I start feeling anything else. Well, that was a wild ride. I felt more G-forces trying to unclog a toilet at Taco Bell.
What in the glorified Uber was that? I didn't know boredom could reach highway speeds.
Design your own car, they said. I picked spikes, neon, and an ejector seat. What did I get? A beige Prius with abandonment issues.
I asked for turbo boost and got a sobering reminder of my last relationship. Slow, disappointing, and full of fake turns.
Oh no, El Gato, we're entering the braking zone. Hold me like one of your emotionally unavailable boyfriends.
Only thing that needed brakes was your sense of humor and my will to live.
This ride was supposed to simulate real driving. I've had more fun being stuck in traffic behind a guy eating soup with his hands.
And don't get me started on the car design room. I tried to make a muscle car. It spit out a divorced dad's midlife crisis.
All right, that's enough pretend engineering and corporate speed limits. Let's go drink something that actually makes me feel alive.
Amen. If I wanted to feel this numb, I'd text my ex and wait.
Okay, that's enough rest track. Let's go fail a sobriety test the fun way. Well, that was a journey. We saw the world. We drank most of it. And I think I accidentally proposed to a mariachi skeleton in Mexico.
And I got banned from 3 pavilions, made out with a guy in a kimono, and blacked out somewhere between France and full-blown regret.
We came to Ecpot for culture and left with sunburns, debt, and at least one STI.
And not even the fun kind, like the kind you catch from a bathroom hand dryer.
Remember when we thought riding rest track would be a good idea? That was the emotional equivalent of dry humping a seatbelt.
If I wanted to feel that useless and unsafe, I'd visit my family.
Well, we did it. We conquered Ecpot. We disrespected every continent, offended multiple cultures, and survived corporate mediocrity wrapped in IP synergy.
Honestly, I'd do it all again, just maybe with less tequila and less, whatever that curry was in India. My intestines are still negotiating with me.
Next stop, therapy, hydration, and possibly an STD clinic.
Let's just agree to never talk about what happened in the Canada pavilion.
We were never in Canada.